How's it? Welcome back. So before we get on to what is probably one of the main topics that people out there want me to address when talking about erotic lucid dreams, and that topic being how to keep the dream stable and stay within the dream as you're going through the experience so you can reach your peak or your climax. And then also in that video, because it's essentially the exact same technique, we'll talk about options you can have if you do want to stay asleep even after the climax to keep the dream going, if for whatever reason you don't feel like waking up and cleaning yourself off yet. So what I wanted to talk about in this one really quick was something that is very obviously incorrect, but if you were to ever start looking into this topic yourself, one of the very first studies that was done on erotic lucid dreams, I actually think this might have been actually the very first study, I'm not too sure on that, but what they found in this particular study was that the women in the experiment did indeed reach climax and come through their wet dream experience, but then the men in that experiment did not. So the theories that was floating around then was maybe it wasn't possible for men to reach climax through a dream, while it was possible for women. And this is just so obviously wrong. I would imagine that the vast majority of people watching this video right now probably just know through firsthand experience that that is wrong. But I'm actually surprised that the people involved in the experiment, didn't realize that themselves yet either. I'm assuming they must have had a wet non-lucid dream at least at some point in their life. So maybe they just thought that, because you're lucid in it, you're just too much engaged and maybe you can't. But anyway, that's not right. And really the problem with it that prevented the men from reaching their climax is actually essentially the same problem that we'll be talking about in the next video when it comes to keeping the dream stable as you're going through it, is they just got too excited and then they woke themselves up before actually reaching that point. So really that is obviously the issue that caused it in that first study. So anyway, next up we'll be hopping into how to keep that dream stable so you can keep that experience going.